Forgiveness is a gift that you don't give to the other. It's a gift that you give to yourself. So for the state of your mind, never blame anything. If I am harboring resentment, it is my weakness. The most important thing is to remove that weakness.
Global spiritual leader, best-selling author, and an alumnus of IIT and IIM, Swami Mukundananda brought his divine wisdom to the classrooms of IIT-Delhi. As visiting faculty, he conducted accredited course for over 180 students, both in person and virtually via Microsoft Teams, igniting the bright young minds of IIT-Delhi with timeless truths and profound insights. These are glimpses from his live classroom sessions, enriching the hearts and minds of students at the IIT-Delhi campus.
Swamiji, after taking care of all these, don't you think the person who have hurt us, we should also put an effort to teach them a lesson or do something so that they don't do it next time or something like that?
You have to be very careful in reading your intention. Why am I trying to teach the lesson? Is it just so that it makes me feel good? Usually that is what resentment is. What is resentment? This guy did bad to me, I hope something bad happens to him. A thunderbolt falls on him or something, right? So it's very easy to fall in the trap of justifying your negativity. If you are self-aware, you say, what is my real intention in hurting him? The best policy is leave that person in the hands of God. You take care of your life. Your first priority should be that you manifest your potential and make your life a success. Okay? So don't get bogged down with teaching others lessons. One day, everybody will have to learn this art if you wish to live your best life. Because the negativity hurts you. 2 ex-prisoners of the Jewish concentration camp of the Second World War, they met after 30 years. The first ex-prisoner asked the second, have you forgiven the Nazis as yet? He said, I've left it all behind and leading my life. The first said, I have still not forgiven them. The second said, in that case, they still have you in prison. Right? So, forgiveness is a gift that you don't give to the other. It's a gift that you give to yourself. You decide to put it behind and move ahead. Now, how do you master this ability? The first is to remember you are dealing with imperfect people. If you were to go to a hospital, would you be surprised that people are sick? Not at all, you are in the hospital. If you went to a jail, would you be surprised that people are criminals? Not at all. Likewise, spiritual wisdom tells us this is the world of Maya. Everybody here has got selfishness, greed, all these things are there. So, if people hurt you, don't be surprised. Take it in your stride and move ahead.
As a follow-up question, is there any practice one can do to improve the skill set, what you just explained?
It's a natural consequence of growing in spirituality. When you grow in spirituality, you free your mind from external influences. Without that, your mind is still subject to the external influences. So what happens is that people can put you in a bad mood. People can make you feel elated. But Spirituality teaches you there's a gap between the external and your mind. You have to use that gap to free up your mind. So for the state of your mind, never blame anybody. If I am harboring resentment, it is my weakness. The most important thing is to remove that weakness. Spirituality says the enemies are not on the outside. The biggest enemies are sitting inside of us. Anger, greed, desire, jealousy, resentment. These are the real demons. So when you go on the inner journey, you welcome negative interactions. They give you an opportunity to purify. Saint Kabir says, Nindak niyare rakhiye ang nukuti chhabai. Nit sabun pani bina nirmal kare subhai. You wish to purify your mind? Either you go through Swamiji's 9 lectures, such a long thing, or there's a shortcut for it. He says, here's the shortcut. Find a critic, somebody who says hurtful things. Put the critic in your living room and put a tilak on his head. Means respect him. Sir, please start criticizing. And you just tolerate. You have anything further to say? What will happen? Without soap and water, your mind will get cleansed. Okay? So, spirituality will help you free your mind from the external. Absolutely. You have to protect yourself, right? To be a good person doesn't mean that you allow everybody to hurt you. So you have to create boundaries, you have to take self-defense action. But despite that, it will be unavoidable. People will still do nasty things. Supposing you work, can you guarantee that your boss will have a good nature? You will realize that very few bosses like that exist, right? Now what will you do? So you will have to handle that negativity. What I am giving you is the wisdom of how to